Greetings, my beautiful community. How you feeling? I haven't made a video in a while, so I wanted to check in and explain myself. The last video I put up, I think, was in Austria, and since then I've been working coaching and guidance calls with some incredible souls who I'm so grateful chose to go on a journey with me. I guess I'm feeling called to share a little bit of positive energy, since I feel like I'm overflowing with it right now. And maybe it's no coincidence that you're watching this video. Maybe a part of you needs a little bit of a boost. So if you're open to receiving that bit of inspiration, then here it is, it's for you. Let's get back to basics here. Like, all of this that you see here that I'm transmitting from this part of reality, this part of Earth, this realm that we're in, I'm recording it on this device. This is a space. This forest is like a beacon of high vibrational energy. It's not being disrupted too much by the sounds of the highway or the city or the buses. Like, it's quiet here. The energy is pure and clean. The air's a bit fresher. It's away from the road. And we have these spaces all over Earth, thankfully. And it's really important, I feel like, for people like me and you, who are on this journey of becoming more of who we actually are and showing up in our authentic expressions of ourselves and serving other people and serving the good of humanity and holding that high vibration of love. We want to envision and bring forwards together a vision of a beautiful, peaceful humanity that is in harmony with planet Earth, where there's no more war, there's no more corruption, and all of this we know is actually gonna be, and already is, the evolved version of humanity. So we're taking responsibility for all those aspects of ourselves that aren't in alignment with that vision of this higher experience of planet Earth that humanity is moving into. Taking responsibility as individuals for that which is not in alignment, and coming more into alignment with the harmony of love, the vibration of love, which is the energy that creates everything. It's important that we come into these spaces, these natural spaces, and we connect with the natural harmonies and vibrations, or the natural vibrations. We harmonize with the natural vibrations. We tune in to the energy of these spaces, because here, anchored in nature, is truth. And you can hear it. It sounds like this. We can hear it with our bodies. That's what feeling is. Feeling is receiving energy through our bodies, so our bodies can listen. And it's only when we come into these quiet, naturally beautiful spaces that we can remember that really the ultimate truth is silence. And so to be in silence, to be with that ultimate truth of knowing and understanding that any words that we use to describe the infinite, the divine, is useless. It's fun and playful to try and describe how we are feeling and what we're experiencing, but ultimately words and language reduce almost violently what is most sacred and most true. So to come into these spaces, we recharge ourselves with truth, with quiet, with nature. because it heals us. It's a healing experience. But it can only heal us if we're actually open. Well, actually, it's healing us anyway. The more we're open to it, and the more we believe in it, and the more we connect with it, the more it will actually heal us, because we're open to receiving it. If I walk through this forest looking at my phone, I'm not going to receive quite as much healing vibration and peace and realignment as I would do if I'm off my phone and I'm present with my experience. So we're cultivating presence, the ability to be right here, right now, and not thinking in our mind about the past or the future or any of that stuff that's actually not real. We're coming into the real, here and now. This is where everything is happening the whole time, always has been, always will be. So when we bring our presence into this now moment using our breath, we consciously walk, we take each step knowingly with intention. And we breathe, and it's such a simple thing that most human beings would literally laugh. In fact, some people, if you're watching this far into this video, some people probably laugh at this. What do you mean walk through the forest slowly whilst concentrating on your breath? Crazy concept. But you and I know that when we do this, we feel fucking good. And what are we here to do? Well, our whole experience of reality is a felt sensation. Our whole life, everything is happening through the sensations of our experience of giving and receiving energy and being in relationship to reality through this body. So, look after it. For me, what that looks like is coming for walks often in nature. It brings me into a peaceful state of being. So I guess the question is, like, how do you want to experience life? Like, what do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? Because if you want to experience complete chaos, pain, suffering, and disconnection and separation and anger, and these are all like perfectly wonderful experiences for humans to have, and trust me, we all have them. And if that's your vibe, then that's what you will literally attract, because everything is energy and everything is a frequency. So the frequency and the vibration that we are holding internally will be reflected to us in our external reality. And so if we're feeling great and we're feeling connected and we're feeling like, wow, look at these clouds, look at these trees, look how miraculous it is that any of this even exists, let alone that I would be blessed to be placed here, aware of it all, to have an experience as I swim through this portion of reality. For me to connect with gratitude like that, to say, okay, I'm so grateful for this. How can I be grateful for it? I can bring my presence and my awareness to it, and my love and my appreciation for it. And being present with being thankful and grateful and bringing your love and appreciation to these things. These are emotional experiences. These are vibrations that we can hold in our body and have move through our body that actually heal us and take us higher from the inside. And then I'm like, what more do you want than to be able to have a mind-bogglingly beautiful, emotionally captivated experience and relationship with nature and reality? Like, what else have you come here to experience? And if you're feeling, well, like, I normally experience the opposite of that, great, because that can help you, because it's directing you away. Whoa, see that dragonfly? Literally just hung out on my shoulder. Wild. When we experience pain and suffering, we are experiencing separation and disconnection, which is the opposite of truth. You and I are intimately connected as we are with everything in this universe, inseparable. That's one end of the spectrum. Some people call that God. I'm getting more chilled with the word God, although I know it's a loaded one, so I say source. Infinite. And on this side of the scale is our uniqueness, our individuation. And so I can be both infinite and God and Benjamin, one life, finite, ever-changing, limited, unlimited, limited. I can be both. I am both. You are both. You're both the light and the dark. You're both the north and the south. You're both the masculine and the feminine. You are both yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. And so when we come into this understanding, it's like, oh, I am the tree. Wild. And that's not something that my mind can very easily handle. And so I hand it down into my body and my heart. And my heart's like, yeah, you are. You don't need to know how. It's wonderful to ask why, not to get to an answer, but to go on the journey of being like, philosophize why all of this perfection and this beauty, and maybe you come to your own conclusion. And please let me know in the comments if you have any idea of why we exist. Please share your findings with the class. But I think it's just to experience it. And so surely if the meaning of life is to experience life, and there are different levels of how much you can experience it by how deeply you are relating to the present moment, then surely the more present we are, the deeper we are intimately relating with the present moment and reality, that's the more that we get to experience. And so that's more meaning of life. And that, to me, when I say that and I feel that and I am that and I'm embodied in that, it feels so good. So good, in fact, that I don't even have to search for any kind of meaning. This is it. This is it. You made it. You made it. What else do you want? What else do you desire? You got what you came for. We all do, and we always do. We get what we ask for, and we see what we want to see. So do you want to live in a world where all you see is separation and division and suffering and unexplainable pain and some kind of like false punishment of God punishing people? Or do you want to live in like a peaceful, harmonious planet Earth? And hey, you know what? A wise man plants trees, the shade under which he knows he will never sit. So if I am you and you are me and we are all of it, then we are also our children and our children's children and our children's children's children and all children and all humans. We are that too. And so even if I might not be expecting to experience world peace in my lifetime, does that mean it's not worth fighting for? Does that mean it's not worth actually surrendering to? I don't know if we're fighting for it. Maybe there is a bit of fighting that has to be done, but surely that feels like it's an old paradigm by now. Maybe we're surrendering rather than fighting for peace. Maybe we're actually, all of us are surrendering that which is not peaceful within us. I don't know. Forest talks and rambles with Ben. Anyway, I'm having a wonderful time working with some incredible souls at the moment, and I've got some intermediate kind of more affordable coaching packages that I'm offering. And so if you feel like you're ready, and I know you're fucking ready, even if you don't want to work with me, you're ready. Trust me. And you have everything you already need. If you want support and you feel like you could do with some guidance through this chapter of your life, and you've made it this far into the video, I know you know what I'm talking about. It's time to level up. It's time to let go Take that leap of faith. It's time to fly. It's time to rise up. It's time to step into the embodiment of your highest timeline. I love you. Peace.